At what point do you just stop spending money on a vehicle? We have 298,000 miles on this now, and it's starting to become a bit of a money pit. And we're having issues that are becoming harder to resolve. We have a couple codes stored in the computer. They're not active codes, but they won't go away even after many drive cycles. And that's going to prevent us from having this inspected. We have another code that keeps popping up for lost communication with transfer case control module. I suspect that's got something to do with the fuse panel. It's starting to get green and crusty in there, and the inner fender well's got a lot of rust on it too. Fuse panel might even drop onto the tire one of these days. Just don't know when to say enough's enough. It also needs a muffler. It's getting kind of loud. The rust underneath is going to create more problems. I'm surprised we haven't blown a brake line yet or something like that. It's just to the point where I don't know whether we should keep spending money on it or not. What do you think? When do you call it quits? Do you go this far? Do you drive a vehicle to 300,000, or are you the type of person that gets rid of them every, 5, 6, 7 years? With this being an 07 and a northern vehicle, I never really expected it to last even this long, so I have got my money out of it, that's for sure. Just not sure what to do. I would like to keep it if I could get it, to the point where it passes inspection, as long as it doesn't cost too much. So maybe we'll play around with it a little today and see what we can come up with. I've tried to clear the computer and it won't through drive cycles. Maybe I'll disconnect the battery, leave it disconnected for a few minutes, see if that helps. I'm sure it won't, but what else do you do, right? Well, we'll poke around a little and give me your thoughts. Drop a couple comments in the comments section. Tell me what you would do if this was yours. Would you pass it on and say enough's enough, or would you keep tinkering with it to see if you can't get it to pass inspection next time? We've got the battery disconnected and we're going to let that sit for a few minutes. But I did want to show you this just so you don't think I'm full of it. Here's our fuse panel. Yeah, it's just all rotted out underneath. You guys down south don't have these issues, but boy, yeah, the rust can wreck a vehicle up here pretty quick. So we have one active code, and it's U0102. And it's for lost communication with transfer case control module. Now that's been going on for a while. Just every once in a while, when I'll start the truck up, it'll come across the information screen that there's a lost comm. Sometimes if I just shut the truck off and start it again, it goes away. With the code on, it won't go into auto or four-wheel drive. I can't find the problem. It could have something to do with the fuse panel, is what my guess is. It's getting a little green and crusty in there. So let's clear this code, and then I'll show you the stored codes. Okay, erase was successful. See, now here's the issue. Those little red flashing lights up top there. They're all stored codes that should go away after you drive cycle it a few times. But the two at the top there, and one says EVAP and one says CAT for catalytic converter, I believe that's what they are. They just don't seem to go away. I've put a couple tanks of gas through it, so 1,000 miles or more, and I cannot get those to shut off. Even though they haven't come up as current codes in quite some time, since I put a new catalytic converter on it. So, not sure what to do with that. So there's the service four-wheel drive on our information display. And service airbag too, that's been on for a while as well. Just one more of the many issues. See if I can't sometimes just shut it off. Try again, that won't come back on, but not always. Yeah, so this time it's going to work. So 298,101. Would be nice to hit the 300,000 mark, but yeah, I can't see it happening. It also shows on the code reader our drive cycle procedures. Our monitors are incomplete. I just don't know how to get that to change to complete. We've put quite a few drive cycles on that and it's not changing. Any ideas? Let me know. I guess I forgot to mention, we did put catalytic converters on this in the fall. We had one side, the driver's side, to get so clogged up it wouldn't run. Kept getting engine misfire codes and all sorts of things. I wasn't 100% sure what was wrong until I took out the O2 sensor before the catalytic converter, and it ran much, much better. It was pushing a ton of air out of that hole. So we did go ahead and we bought some catalytic converters. We bought the whole Y-pipe set, but we bought the cheapest ones we could find on eBay, and that might be part of our problem. You know, just buying the cheapest junk we can find to put on here. But just because we know this thing's not going to last, so how do you go spend $700, $800, $900 on a set of converters? You know, as much as the vehicle's worth. So that could be part of our issue too. Not 100% sure. But what would you guys do? Any hints, you know, tricks, tips? You know, put them in the comment section, because I'm really at a loss this time. I'm not sure whether we should just keep moving forward with this or just send it down the road. I would like to keep it, you know, just we have only been using it in the wintertime the last couple of years, you know, when the roads are full of salt and sand. And it does keep our Silverado a lot cleaner, and it's going to make it last a lot longer, that's for sure. Silverado's 10 years old now, and there's no rust on it at all. Mind you, we were a little smarter with that, and we have had it rust checked or rust proofed every year. You know, oil spray type product. And yeah, it's looking good. But the longer we can keep this Avalanche on the road, you know, the longer we can not drive the Silverado in the winter as much, at least. Anyways, any tips, trips, any comments? Drop them in the comment section. Thanks for watching.